Oh, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hello, sorry. I get a little bit sleepy at the beginning of my streams, but hello, everyone. Hi. Can you hear me okay? I hope you can hear me okay. How about when I'm whispering? Hi. Hello, you silly goose. You wanna know something? It's been far too long since someone's taken care of you. You know, I want to be the one to do it. I want to take care of you and I want to make you feel good today. I want to make you feel comfy and happy, okay? So are you ready? I want you to be able to just forget about all your worries, okay? I want you to give me all of your attention. All those worries, even for while you're here or, you know, just for a little bit. I just want you to let go of them for today, okay? And I want you to focus on me. And rest back in your chair or lay down. You can close your eyes and just try to focus, okay? Try to focus on my voice, okay? I wonder if I can give you a big hug. How would that feel? I'm gonna go behind you, and you know what? If you concentrate really hard, you'll be able to feel it, okay? It's a little trick. It's a little trick I can do. So, let me go right behind you. I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder. And I'm gonna wrap my other hand around you. And I'm gonna squeeze. And I'm gonna give you the biggest hug. Do you feel my warmth? I hope you can feel it. Squeeze. A big hug. I like that word. Big hug. Okay. I won't do it too tight. Just tight enough where you can feel it, okay? So I have some exciting things lined up for you today. I'm gonna be making you feel nice and comfy, cuddling you. I actually have a story for you that I want to read. I got this story ready that I really like. I hope that you like it too. And I have some lullabies ready for you, okay? You know, it may feel a little silly, but you guys always make me feel better. You always make me feel happy. And you make me feel relaxed and comfy. So, I feel like why not, you know, return the favor and give you some love, okay? Because this shouldn't be a one-sided love. Do you mind if I kiss you on the cheek? I'm gonna kiss you on both. I'm gonna kiss you on both cheeks. Left cheek. Right cheek. Right on your forehead. And on your lips. Do you mind? Sorry, I just wanted to sneak that one in. Yeah, even if it feels cold right now, I'll try and keep you warm, okay? Well, I'm feeling nice and comfy right now, too. I've got my nice big t-shirt on and my sockies. And I'm feeling so warm and comfy. I hope you're feeling warm and comfy too. Are you nice and relaxed? Make sure, if you're resting on something, whether that be, a bed, or you're sitting down, make sure that you let it support your weight, okay? Lean back into it. Make sure that you're supporting your whole body. Make sure that you're fully relaxed, okay? Your feet, your legs, your back, your shoulders, and your head. Just nice and relaxed, okay? If you want, you can close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice. Do you like it when I whisper into your ear? I like whispering into your ear. Can you feel the warmth of my breath? Does that sound nice? Sorry, I don't know if that even sounds good. I just think it's fun. I just like doing that with my mouth. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Nom nom nom.
I just like doing that. And I just wanted to give you a kiss, okay? Sorry. Oh, yeah. You might be able to hit my num num num. I'm sorry. So you feeling nice and comfy? Sorry. Sorry. So, do you want me to read you a story? Let me make sure you're all tucked in first. I want to get on you and lay on you, if you don't mind. Let me lay on your chest. Okay. Luckily for you, I'm only a little rabbit, so I should only feel a little heavy on you, okay? And I'm gonna scratch behind your ears. And give your ears a scratch. And I'm going to give your ears a kiss. You nice and comfy? Okay. I'm gonna read you the story. Of course, it's gonna be one that is about rabbits. Of course. Okay. So, I hope that you can just relax and listen to the story, and I hope that you like it. It's a story about a Velveteen rabbit. Okay? But you're not a Velveteen rabbit, you silly goose. You're a real rabbit. But this is about a little toy rabbit. Okay? And you need to stop being silly. You stop being a goose. Okay? Why are you so silly? Now, just rest down. Okay? Rest back. You can close your eyes. Okay? And just listen to this little story. Okay? Okay. There was once a Velveteen rabbit, and in the beginning he was splendid. He was fat and bunchy, as a rabbit should be. His coat was spotted brown and white. He had real thread whiskers, and his ears were lined with pink satin. On Christmas morning, when he sat wedged in the top of the boy's stocking, with a sprig of holly between his paws, the effect was charming. There were other things in the stocking, nuts and oranges, and a toy engine, and chocolate almonds, and a clockwork mouse. But the rabbit was quite the best of all. For at least 2 hours the boy loved him, and then aunts and uncles came to dinner, and there was a great rustling of tissue paper and unwrapping of parcels, and in the excitement of looking at all the new presents, the Velveteen rabbit was forgotten. For a long time he lived in the toy cupboard or on the nursery floor, and no one thought very much about him. He was naturally shy, and being only made of velveteen, some of the more expensive toys quite snubbed him. The mechanical toys were very superior, and looked down upon everyone else, and they were full of modern ideas, and pretended that they were real. The model boat, who had lived through 2 seasons and lost most of his paint, got the tone from them and never missed an opportunity of referring to his rigging in technical terms. The rabbit could not claim to be a model of anything, for he didn't know that real rabbits existed. He thought they were all stuffed with sawdust like himself, and he understood that sawdust was quite out of date and should never be mentioned in modern circles. Even Timothy, the jointed wooden lion, who was made by the disabled soldiers, and should have had broader views, put on airs and pretended he was connected with the government. Between them, all the poor little rabbit was made to feel himself very insignificant and commonplace, and the only person who was kind to him was the Skin Horse. The Skin Horse had lived longer in the nursery than any of the others. He was so old that the brown coat was bald in patches and showed the seams underneath, and most of the hairs in his tail had been pulled out to string bead necklaces. He was wise, for he had seen a long succession of mechanical toys arrive to boast in swagger, and by break their mainsprings and pass away, and he knew that they were only toys and would never turn into anything else, for nursery magic is very strange and wonderful, and only those playthings that are old and wise and experienced, like the Skin Horse, understand all about it. "What is real?" asked the rabbit one day, when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came to tidy the room. "Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle?" "Real is how you are made," said the Skin Horse. "It's a thing that happens to you when a child loves you for a very long, long time, not just play with, but he really loves you. Then you become real." "Does it hurt?" asked the rabbit. "Sometimes," said the Skin Horse, for he was always truthful. "When you are real, you don't mind being hurt." "Does it happen all at once, like being wound up?" he asked, "bit by bit?" "It doesn't happen all at once," said the Skin Horse. "You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't happen often to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, or who have to be really carefully kept. Generally, by the time your eyes drop out, and you get loose in your joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand." "I suppose you are real," said the rabbit, and then he wished he had not said it, for he thought the skin horse might be sensitive. But the skin horse only smiled. "The boy's uncle made me real," he said. "That was a great many years ago. But once you are real, you can't become unreal again. It lasts for always." The rabbit sighed. He thought it would be a long time before this magic called real happened to him. He longed to become real, to know what it felt like, and yet the answer of growing shabby and losing his eyes and whiskers was rather sad. He wished that he could become it without these uncomfortable things happening to him. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna have some coffee. Okay, sorry. Alright. Okay. There was a person called Nana who ruled the nursery. Sometimes she took no notice of the playthings lying about, and sometimes, for no reason whatsoever, she went swooping about like a great wind and hustled them away in cupboards. She called this tidying up, and the playthings always hated it, especially the tin ones. The rabbit didn't mind it so much, but whenever he was thrown, he came down soft. One evening, when the boy was going to bed, they couldn't find the china dog that always slept with him. Nana was in a hurry, and it was too much trouble to hunt for china dogs at bedtime. So she simply looked about her, and seeing that the toy cupboard door stood open, she made a swoop. "Here," she said, "take your old bunny. He'll do sleep with you." And she dragged the rabbit out by one ear and put him into the boy's arms. That night, the many nights after, the Velveteen rabbit slept in the boy's bed. At first he found it rather uncomfortable, for the boy hugged him very tight, and sometimes he rolled over on him, and sometimes he pushed him so far into the pillow that the rabbit could scarcely breathe. And he missed too those long moonlight hours in the nursery, when all the house was silent, and his talks with the skin horse. But very soon he grew to like it, for the boy used to talk to him, and made nice tunnels for him under the bedclothes that he said were like burrows, were like the burrows that the real rabbits lived in. And they had splendid games together. In Whiskers, when Nana had gone away to her supper and left the night light burning on the mantelpiece, and when the boy dropped off to sleep, the rabbit would snuggle down close under his warm little chin and dream, with the boy's hands clasped close around him all night long. And so time went on, and the little rabbit was very happy. So happy that he never noticed how his beautiful velveteen fur was getting shabbier and shabbier, and his tail became unsewn, and all the pink rubbed off his nose where the boy had kissed him. Spring came, and they had long days in the garden, for wherever the boy went, the rabbit went too, and he had rides in the wheelbarrow, and picnics on the grass, and lovely fairy huts built for him under the raspberry canes behind the flower border. And once, when the boy was called away suddenly to go out to tea, the rabbit was left out on the lawn until long after dusk, and Nana had to come back and look for him with the candle, because the boy couldn't go to sleep unless he was there. He was wet through with the dew, and quite earthy from diving into the burrows the boy had made for him in the flower bed, and Nana grumbled as she rubbed off with a corner of her apron. "You must have your old bunny," she said. "Fancy all that fuss for a toy." The boy sat up in bed and stretched out his hands. "Give me my bunny," he said. "You mustn't say that. He isn't a toy. He's real." When the little rabbit heard that, he was happy, for he knew that the skin horse had said was true at last. The nursery magic had happened to him, and he was a toy no more. He was real. The boy himself had said it. That night, he was almost too happy to sleep, and so much love stirred in his little sawdust heart that it almost burst, and into his boot-button eyes that had long ago lost their polish, there came a look of wisdom and beauty, so that even Nana noticed it the next morning when she picked it up and said, I declare, if that old bunny hasn't got quite a knowing expression." That was a wonderful summer. Near the house where they lived there was a wood, and in the long June evenings the boy liked to go there after tea to play. He took the Velveteen rabbit with him, and before he wandered off to pick flowers or play in brigands among the trees, he always made the rabbit a little nest somewhere among the bracken, where he would be quite cozy, for he was a kind-hearted little boy, and he liked Bunny to be comfortable. One evening, while the rabbit was lying there alone, watching the ants that ran to and fro between his velvet paws in the grass, he saw two strange beings creep out of the tall bracken near him. They were rabbits like himself, but quite furry and brand new. They must have been very well made, for their seams did not show at all, and they changed shape in a queer way when they moved. One minute they were long and thin, and the next minute fat and bunchy, instead of always staying the same like he did. Their feet pattered softly on the ground, and they crept quite close to him, twitching their noses, while the rabbit stared hard to see which side the clockwork struck out, for he knew that people who jump generally have something to wind them up. But he couldn't see it. They were evidently a new kind of rabbit altogether. They stared at him, and the little rabbit stared back, and all the time their noses twitched. "Why don't you come play with us?" one of them asked. "I don't feel like it," said the rabbit, for he didn't want to explain that he had no clockwork. "Oh," said the furry rabbit, "it's easy as anything," and he gave a big hop sideways and stood on his hind legs. "I don't believe you can," he said. "I can," said the little rabbit. "I can jump higher than anything." He meant when the boy threw him, but of course he didn't want to say so. "Can you hop on your hind legs?" asked the furry rabbit. That was a dreadful question, for the Velveteen rabbit had no hind legs at all. The back of him was made all in one piece, like a pincushion, so he sat still in the bracken and hoped that the other rabbits wouldn't notice. I don't want to," he said. But the wild rabbits have very sharp eyes, and this one stretched out his neck and looked. "He hasn't got any hind legs," he called out. "Fancy a rabbit without any hind legs," and he began to laugh. "I have," cried the rabbit. "I have got hind legs. I'm just sitting on them." "Then stretch them out and show me, like this," said the wild rabbit, and he began to whirl around and dance till the little rabbit got quite dizzy. "I don't like dancing," he said. "I'd rather sit still." But all the time he was longing to dance, for a funny new tickling feeling ran through him, and he felt He would give anything in the world to be able to jump around like these rabbits did. The strange rabbit stopped dancing and came quite close. He came so close that this time his long whisker brushed the Velveteen rabbit's ear, and he wrinkled his nose suddenly and flattened his ears and jumped backwards. "He doesn't smell right," he claimed. "He isn't a rabbit at all. He isn't even real." "I am real," said the little rabbit. "I am real. The boy said so." And he nearly began to cry. Just then he heard the sound of footsteps, and the boy ran past near them, and with a stamp of his feet and a flash of white tails, the two strange rabbits disappeared. "Come back and play with me," said the little rabbit. "Oh, do come back. I know I am real." But there was no answer, only the little ants that ran to and fro, and the bracken swayed gently, and the two strangers had passed. The Velveteen rabbit was all alone. "Oh dear," he thought. "Why did they run away like that? Why couldn't they stop and talk to me?" For a long time he lay very still, watching the bracken and hoping that they would come back, but they never returned, and presently the sun sank lower and the little white moths fluttered out, and the boy came and carried him home. Weeks passed, and the rabbit grew very old and shabby, but the boy loved him just as much. He loved him so hard that he loved all his whiskers off, and the pink lining to his ears turned grey, and his brown spots faded. He even began to lose his shape, and he scarcely looked like a rabbit any more, except to the boy. To him he was always beautiful, and that the little rabbit carried out. But that was all the little rabbit cared about. He didn't mind how he looked to other people, because the nursery magic had made him real, and when you are real, shabbiness does not matter. And then, one day, the little boy was ill. His face grew very flushed, and he talked in his sleep, and the little boy was so hot that it burnt the rabbit when he held him close. Strange people came in and out of the nursery, and a light burnt all night, and through it all the little Velveteen rabbit lay there, hidden from sight under the bedclothes, and he never stirred, for he was afraid that if they found him, someone might take him away, and no one knew that the boy needed him. It was a long weary time. The boy was too ill to play, and the little rabbit found it rather dull with nothing to do all day long. But he snuggled down patiently and looked forward to the time when the boy should be well again, and they would go out in the garden amongst the flowers and the butterflies and play splendid games in the raspberry thicket like they used to. All sorts of delightful things he planned, and while the boy lay as half asleep, he crept up close to the pillow and whispered them in his ear, and presently the fever turned, and the boy got better. He was able to sit up in bed and look at picture books while the little rabbit cuddled at his side, and one day they let him get up and dress. It was a bright sunny morning. The window stood wide open. They had carried the boy out onto the balcony, wrapped in a shawl, and the little rabbit lay tangled up among the bedclothes thinking. The boy was going to see the seaside tomorrow. Everything was arranged, and now it only remained to carry out the doctor's orders. They talked about it all, while the little rabbit lay under the bedclothes, with just his head peeping out, and listened. The room was to be disinfected, and all the books and toys that the boy had played with in bed must be burnt. "Hurrah!" thought the little rabbit. "Tomorrow we shall go to the seaside." For the boy had often talked of the seaside, and he wanted very much to see the big waves coming in, and the tiny crabs, and the sand castles. Just then, Nana caught sight of him. "How about this old bunny?" she asked. "That?" said the doctor. "Why, it's a massive scarlet fever germs. Burn it at once." "What nonsense! Get him a new one. You mustn't have that anymore." And so the little rabbit was put into a sack with the old picture books and a lot of rubbish and carried out to the end of the garden behind the fowl house. That was a fine place to make a bonfire, only the gardener was too busy just then to attend to it. He had the potatoes to dig and the green peas to gather. But next morning he promised to come quite early and burn the whole lot. That night the boy slept in a different bedroom, and he had a new bunny to sleep with him. It was a splendid bunny, all white plush with the real glass eyes. But the boy was too excited to care very much about it, for tomorrow he was going to see the seaside, and that in itself was such a wonderful thing that he could think of nothing else. And while the boy was asleep, dreaming of the seaside, the little rabbit lay among the old picture books in the corner behind the fowl house, and he felt very lonely. The sack had been left untidied, and so by wriggling a bit, he was able to get his head through the opening and look out. He was shivering a little, for he had always been used to sleeping in a proper bed, and by this time his coat had worn so thin and threadbare from hugging that it was no longer any protection to him. Nearby he could see the thickest of raspberry canes, growing tall and close like a tropical jungle, in whose shadow he had played with the boy on bygone mornings. He thought of those long sunlit hours in the garden, how happy they were, and a great sadness came over him. He seemed to see them all pass before him, each more beautiful than the other, the fairy huts in the flower bed, the quiet evenings in the wood when he lay in the bracken and the little ants would run over his paws, the wonderful day when he first knew he was real. He thought of the skin horse, so wise and gentle, and all that he had told him, of what use it was to be loved and lose one's beauty, and to become real if it ended all like this. And a real tear, trickled down his little shabby velvet nose and fell to the ground. And then a strange thing happened, for where the tear had fallen, a flower grew out of the ground, a mysterious flower, not at all like the one that grew in the garden. It was slender and green leaves the color of emeralds, and in the center of the leaves a blossom like a golden cup. It was so beautiful that the little rabbit forgot to cry and just lay there watching it, and presently the blossom opened, and out of it stepped a fairy. She was quite the loveliest fairy in the whole world. Her dress was of pearl and dewdrops, and there were flowers around her neck and in her hair, and her face was like the most perfect flower of all. And she came close to the little rabbit and gathered him up in her arms and kissed him on his velveteen nose that was all damp from crying. "Little rabbit," she said, "don't you know who I am?" The rabbit looked up at her, and it seemed to him that he had seen her face before, but he couldn't think of where. "I am the nursery magic fairy," she said. "I take care of all the playthings that the children have loved. When they are all worn out and the children don't need them anymore, then I come and take them away with me and turn them real." "Wasn't I real before?" asked the little rabbit. "You were real to the boy," the fairy said, "because he loved you. Now you shall be real to everyone." And she held the little rabbit close in her arms and flew with him into the woods. It was light now, for the moon had risen. All the forest was beautiful, and the fronds of the bracken shone like frosted silver. In the open glade between the tree trunks, the wild rabbits danced with their shadows on the velvet grass. But when they saw the fairy, they all stopped dancing and stood around in a ring to stare at her. "I've brought you a new playfellow," the fairy said. "You must be very kind to him and teach him all he needs to know in Rabbitland, or he is going to live with you forever and ever." And she kissed the little rabbit again and put him down on the grass. "Run and play, little rabbit," she said. And let me just have a little bit more coffee, guys. But the little rabbit sat quite still for a moment and never moved, for when he saw all the wild rabbits dancing around him, he suddenly remembered about his hind legs, and he didn't want them to see that he was made all in one piece. He did not know that when the fairy kissed him the last time, she changed him altogether, and he might have sat there for a long time, too shy to move, if just then something hadn't tickled his nose, and before he thought what he was doing, he lifted his hind toe to scratch it, and he found that he actually had hind legs. Instead of dingly velveteen, he had brown fur, soft and shiny. His ears twitched by themselves, and his whiskers were so long that they brushed the grass. He gave one leap, and the joy of using his hind legs was so great that he went springing around the turf on them, jumping sideways and whirling round as the others did, and he grew so excited that when at last he did stop to look at the fairy, she had gone. He was a real rabbit at last, at home with the other rabbits in Rabbitland. Autumn passed, and winter, and in the spring, when the days grew warm and sunny, the boy went outside to play in the wood behind the house, and when he was playing, two rabbits crept out from the bracken and peeped at him. One of them was brown all over, but the other had strange markings under his fur, as though long ago he had been spotted, and the spots still showed through. And about his little long nose and his round black eyes there was something familiar, so that the boy thought to himself, "Why, he just looks like my old bunny that was lost when I had scarlet fever." But he never knew it was real, that it was really his old bunny, coming back to look at the child who had first helped him be real. Okay, guys, that's the end of the story. Did you like it? I really liked that story. The little rabbit became real. I thought that was a beautiful story. It's one of my favorites. I remember when I was a little girl, my mother, she read me that story, and I, after that night, would take all of my stuffed toys into my bed because I didn't want to leave any of them out, and I hugged them all, and I told them all that they were real. And that's the story behind why I call my rabbits real rabbits. And while I always have to remind the rabbits and all the birds and all the animals I see that they're rabbits or that they're birds, that's why I say it. So I thought that was a pretty important story to read to you all, and I hope that you enjoyed it. So, how are you feeling? I hope you're feeling nice and comfy. read you a nice story. How about you come and you lay on me now? You can put your head and you can rest it on my chest. And you come here.
Nom nom nom.
And you give me a big cuddle. And I'm gonna give you the biggest hug. The biggest hug. Okay? And I'm gonna give you a kiss on the head. Mwah. Mwah. And a big kiss. And I'll take my hand and I'll brush it up and down your shoulder. Is that nice? You know, you've been working so hard, so you should just relax a little, okay? And just let me take care of you. You wanna hold my hand? Yeah. You know, you're a really good rabbit, okay? You're a good champy. And you deserve all the love in the world, okay? I'm gonna keep moving my hand up and down your shoulder. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, just rest your head onto my chest, okay? Just like you're a little baby, because you're a good baby, okay? And I'm gonna give you big kisses. You like kisses? Is that nice? Oh, you're so sweet. You're such a little sweetheart. Okay? Did you know that? Big kisses. Okay, for a nice champy. And let me give you a big scratch behind the ear. And scratch, 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 scratch. Oh. Is that nice? Huh? Oh, there you go. I'm gonna rub my face onto yours, okay? I'm gonna give you a big nuzzle. Nuzzle, 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 nuzzle. Now big cuddles. Oh. Da, 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 da. I'm the sweetest champy in the whole world. A lovely champy, lovely champy. Give you a kiss and a cuddle. Lovely champy, lovely champy. Big cuddles for champy. Lovely champy, lovely champy. Give a champy all my love. Lovely champy, a lovely champy. Dun, 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 dun. Ha 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 da 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 da. this makes me remember, that it's important to tell the people that give you the most love and are there for you, no matter what, that you love them, and always remind them that they're real rabbits. Did you know that you're a real rabbit, huh? Did you know that? I don't know if you knew. Did you know? Yes. 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 I'm so comfy right now. I feel like doing this and taking care of you is probably more relaxing for me than it is for you. I just want to take care of you all the time. Make you feel happy and comfy and pampered and nice. Okay. And hold both my hands. Just one hand, two hands, and you can lock your fingers with mine. Okay. Oh, your hands are so warm. You wanna just rest back onto my chest? I'm gonna keep rubbing your back, okay? I'm gonna rub your back. Up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down, up and down, and up and down. Okay. I'm making myself sleepy.
Nom nom nom.
Thank you. I'm making me so sleepy. Did you know that? Actually, you know what? It's your fault. Because you have the cutest little face. This little face of all. Someone's gonna smush your little face. Smush, 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 smush. And because you have such a cute little comfy face, it's just making me wanna sleep with you. Okay, making me wanna fall asleep. Cause you got that smushy face. I'm smushy. I get smushy. That's not fair. Why you too cute? Huh? You're so cute. Boop. It's not fair, huh? You know that's not nice, being that cute. It's not fair. Because you make everyone around you so sleepy when you have the comfiest little face. Now I wanna gonna sing you a little song, okay? Okay. Hopefully this will help you go to sleep. A little lullaby, okay? You want a little lullaby? Huh? You want one? Okay. Now you need to promise, okay, while I'm singing my song, that you close your eyes, okay, and you relax, and you listen, okay, okay. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, so I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy. If you would only say the same. But if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Like that? Oh, sorry. Oh, you know what? I have a good song that I want to sing you too. Another one. Okay? Okay. Rock about champion the treetop, when the blows the cradle will rock. When the bell rings, the cradle will fall, and down will come Champy, cradle and all. Champy is drowsy, cozy and fair. Kiki sits there in her rocking chair. Forward and back, the cradle she swings, and though baby sleeps, he hears what she sings. From the high rooftops down to the sea, no one's as dear as baby to me. 3 little fingers, eyes white and bright, now sound asleep until morning light. Goodbye, Champion on the treetop. When it blows, the cradle will rock. When the bell breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come Champy, cradle and all. Champy is drowsy, cozy and fair. Kiki She sits there in her rocking chair, forward and back the cradle she swings, and the baby sleeps. He hears what she sings from the high rooftops down to the sea. Warms as dear as baby to me. Three little fingers, eyes wide and bright, now sound asleep until morning light. Rock-a-bye gently on a treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will roll. When the bell breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come Champy, cradle and all. Is that nice? And then rock it from side to side. Okay. Side to side, side to side, side to side, and side to side. Side to side. Nom nom nom. Oh, stretch. I'm feeling good, Champy. I'm feeling good. There's so much more I want to do for you. Yeah. That's good. Now, I'm gonna make sure to tuck you in a little bit more comfy, okay? So make sure you're in bed. I'm gonna tuck the blankie right around you, okay? And tuck, 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 tuck. Tuck it in. Okay. And I'm gonna make sure you're all comfy. Yeah. And I'm gonna give you a kiss. Okay. You feeling sleepy now? I hope I was able to make you feel nice and sleepy, okay? Another bedtime story, huh? Well, if you send me the story, I should have a little look, okay? I'm so demanding. Already read you a story? Huh? You want another one? Of course I'm proud of you, silly. Of course I'm proud of you. Huh? You try so hard and you work so hard every day. Okay? I know how hard it is. I know how tricky it is. You know, navigating through the world. And the fact that you're here and that you're able to do it and that you're doing well is so amazing. It's amazing. Okay? So please, never think for a moment that you haven't done enough, or that I will always be proud of you. Always. Okay? The fact that you're here is amazing, okay? Just so happy, so proud of you. Okay. But you know, that I'm proud of you, okay? There's no need to be silly. Maybe you know what? Maybe you're too silly. You're too silly, you're a silly goose, okay? Oh, thank you. But you guys take enough good care of me and make me so incredibly happy. I want to take care of you, okay? So just rest back and let me do that. Let me take care of you, okay? Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'll turn them off. I'll turn the alerts off. I'm sorry. I don't want to disturb this. Don't want to disturb a sleepy baby. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't mean to make you feel jarred. I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't mean it. I promise. Okay. Yeah, no need to be scared. Okay? I'm here for you. Okay? It's gonna be okay. Alright, cause I'm here. I'll never have to go through anything alone because I'm right here next to you, okay? And I'll be here no matter what. And I'll be helping and guiding you through and making you feel happy and giving you lots of laughs and cuddles and kisses, okay? So there's no need to ever feel alone, alright, or that you're scared. Nothing will ever be scary again because I'm here, alright? I'm here. Okay? You know I'm always here for you, huh? Did you know that? Huh? Did you know? Huh? Yeah, it's good. Alright? It's real nice. Nice and comfy, okay? Nice and comfy. Well, I need a little bit more of a drink. Okay. A nice scratch. Maybe a big scratch. Okay. And biggest scratch. The biggest cuddles. Oh, biggest. Are you giving me all of your attention, huh? Are you being a good champy? Okay, that's good. It's good. Cause you're silly. You're silly. I love you. Okay? I love you very much. And I want you to close your eyes now and try to drift off to sleep, okay? Try your hardest. Just listen to my voice, okay? It's time to just relax now. Breathe in, and out. Okay, again, breathe in, and breathe out. Alright. And one last thing before I want you to go, okay? If you're still not feeling comfy, I want you to do something that I like to do to help me relax everything and just unwind, okay? And you guys may have done this before, but I'd like to do it one more time, okay? Alright, we'll do a really quick one. So, if you feel up to it and if you're comfy, don't worry, okay? But if you need a little bit more to relax your body, I want you from the tips of your toes to your face to scrunch up and to tighten all your muscles in your entire body, okay? And we're gonna do it for 10 seconds and then we're gonna relax, okay? But you need to put all your energy into tightening up your body and then relaxing, okay? Can you do that for me, baby? Okay. Alright. Now. Alright. On the count of 3. And I'll be counting down from 10, so from 10 seconds, okay? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Tighten all your muscles. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep going, 7, 8, okay, 9, almost there, 10, and relax. Now you'll notice as you're relaxing, you start to calm down all your muscles and relax into the bed or into your chair and relax back, okay? And that feels so nice and comfy. If you need a quick way to relax your whole body, it's good to do that, okay? Focus on the bed supporting the weight of your entire body, okay? You did so good. You did really, really good. It feels really nice to relax, okay? You should always take time for yourself and to let yourself just relax and calm down, okay? Because you deserve it, right? Okay? Feel nice now? That's good. That's really good, okay? I'm so proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you, baby. Alright. Now, I'm gonna let you go now and drift off to sleep. But I'll be sitting by your side and I'll be rubbing your back, okay? So, just imagine my little hands going up and down your back, okay? Oh, you like it when I call you baby? Alright, well baby, imagine my hands going up and down your back, okay? And you drift off to sleep, okay? Alright, I love you, baby. And have a good sleep, okay? I'll still be here with you, alright? I'll always be by your side. Okay, I love you. I'll just relax, okay? cuddles all night, okay? I'll be here. Alright. I love you.